look at the overall approach of security champions, like I was saying, every organization is different, and even top-down will mean different for different organizations, right? Depending on their hierarchies, depending on who's the decision maker and how things go through. What works best in your understanding when you're running? So you are a security team, you're already running, or you're starting off with a security champions program. Do you go for a top-down approach in the sense of, I heard earlier that you did call that out, but this thing is, what are the benefits that you have seen in a top-down approach versus a bottom-up approach? What is it that they can achieve? Because in certain cases, bottom-up approach might help.
Yeah.
So what is it that you have seen with respect to the Security Champions program and also with pen testing?
I might be wrong judging this on industry level, but this is my thoughts. I think for a startup, when they're building applications, a lot of things happens very quickly. The decisions makes very quickly, and the bottom level works better there. That's what I feel. People might have different opinions there, but I actually feel that you can actually pitch an idea to the actual coders and testers on the bottom levels. They will be able to implement it right away. For a very established companies or some organization that has a plenty of processes and then decisions that are more taken from the top, by the time it reaches the developers, they only know about, okay, this is the timeline, this is the feature that we need to develop. They are more like doers. They are kind of following a certain orders. A top-down actually more feasible there. Because if your ideas don't get bought out by the top level, and it's not being added to the budget, budget, I'm referring to the time and effort they need to invest in every releases, right? They will not have time for it. They barely catching up delivering releases. So adding security to it, it needs to be specifically or explicitly added to the development efforts.
Yeah, in fact, they may not care much given the state that they would be in terms of delivery.
Right.
And yeah, I totally relate to it in many ways, particularly the size of the organization matters. Your connection to the rest of the teams matter.
Yeah.
You might need a very big selling engine, like you said, right? If you're going in a large organization, going bottom up, it's difficult.
Yeah, and also, sorry to interrupt, but also sometimes the processes are quite old, and you might need to be a bit gutsy and question about these processes and try to change it. Security folks can do it. People in the security team, they are the one actually building all these processes and whatnot. You might want to kind of question about, is it making sense now? Because industries is changing, our development culture is changing. Should I challenge these processes and try to make an impact on that? Go for it. It's going to be, because we always just follow the processes and we know that, oh, these exist, so you just follow it, right? We don't try to kind of question these things. And security people should be having a bit more courage to question about what they have built or what their ancestors have built in the organizations and trying to break it. And that's what we built for.
Yeah, and we love to break. So
yeah,
that'll be one good thing. I think there are also certain aspects of these programs, right? Particularly the cultural aspect, which I've seen works great bottom up, which may not be, it's a part of the whole thing, because there is the process side, like you rightly said, and all of that needs to come top down. But the cultural side of things, where you are building practices, where you want them to get that mindset that somewhere comes with they seeing each other and being pushed in the same direction, right? So all of them start thinking in the same way. Those aspects, if you are thinking of, it's good to think also bottom up, because that will be a priority. But of course, with actually driving the program, and the program itself would, for many of our listeners, will also involve not just time, effort, but also in many cases budget for actual tooling. If it's an implementation program, or pen test, even in terms of pen test, the tooling and stuff like that. So